You're listening to the Trading Bear Podcast. This is episode 26, The Daily Show.
Mystery player. Position.
Midfielder.
Start price.
£2.27.
Current price.
£7.95.
PB.
0.
MB.
0.
Dividend yield.
0%.
Welcome back. Thanks for joining in. In the news today, prices will be slashed in just a couple of hours' time. You have until midnight tonight, if you're listening to this on Monday the 25th of March, as the share split finally arrives, with each player's price being divided by 3. A late extension to the market suspension will now see the market closed for a period of 12 hours between midnight tonight up until midday tomorrow. That's 12 PM on Tuesday. Elsewhere, England continue their Euro 2020 qualifying campaign away to Montenegro tonight, with those players playing for England continuing to rocket. And France football make the sensational claim that Real Madrid have made Paris Saint-Germain striker Kylian Mbappe their number one transfer target and will offer €280 million for his transfer. With that England qualifier taking place tonight then, let's have a look at today's risers and fallers. And I've grouped today's first risers together as they form the offensive attacking threat from the England national team. At the front of the pack of the group is Callum Hudson-Odoi, earning his first England start tonight, replacing Jadon Sancho. He shot up £1.58 in price and now sits at £13.37. To put that rise into perspective, £1.58, Kevin Volland's, the Leverkusen striker, his price is £1.56, and Gylfi Sigurdsson, the Everton playmaker, his price is £1.54. So Hudson-Odoi has actually risen today more than the actual cost of Volland and Gylfi. The rest of the England attacking quartet, well, Sterling's gone up 80p again, Foden's gone up 53p, as the market surged today, in what was an extraordinary day for the market as a whole, with the footy index going up 1,000 points in the lead up to the share split tomorrow. It's been my personal strongest day of growth as well since I joined Football Index in the summer of 2018, with my portfolio up a huge 5%. With the majority of the risers of the top 200 being dominated by the English national team, we look elsewhere for our second riser today and we head into the squad players. And leading that chart with a rise of 38p is 19-year-old Paris Saint-Germain academy player Moussa Diaby. So a rise of 38p gives him a current price of £2.41. Now if you don't know much about the 19-year-old, Diaby is 5'7", technically very gifted and has already shown great dribbling skills, but more importantly perhaps, great spatial awareness for his teammates. The reason for the rise? Well, he scored a hat-trick for France under-20s today in their 3-1 victory over South Korea. And with Paris Saint-Germain already sewing up the league and Neymar continuing to recover from his injury, it's expected that Diaby will see more and more minutes as the season grows to an end. Now, should Neymar or Mbappe leave the club in the summer, and there is a possibility of one of them leaving, definitely, then there's every chance that Diaby will be the man to replace one of those two, given a strong showing in pre-season. For now then, he's showing glimpses off the bench, and if you want to find out more information on Diaby, head over to my Twitter at TradingBear1, where you can see a greater in-depth analysis of Diaby's skills. So while those players performing well on the international front continue to do well, it's those strong PB players that aren't in the headlines that continue to list the fallers list. And today we're looking at one of the best in the business for PB, it's Joshua Kimmich. Kimmich's fallen down today 16p and now sits at £7.71. So again, not a huge drop, but certainly substantial if you hold him. There's no injury news, there's no real reason why he's gone down. It's just a correction from when he boomed on Monday's share split announcement last week. And he's slowly hovering back to the price £7.20, £7.30 where he was before the share split news was announced. Now with a similar pattern, AC Milan striker Krzysztof Piatek has fallen 11p down today and now sits at £4.25. Again, just a market correction for what he actually delivers. He reached a peak of around about £5.20, £5.30, which was just way too much for an out-and-out striker. He's had a superb season, scoring great goals for Genoa, which earned him his move to AC Milan, and he's certainly one for G&A, but he's rarely going to win you PB, and he's certainly not going to win you MB as long as he's at AC Milan. And so he's just reducing down to a more sensible price at £4.25. Let's head into some of your questions now then. And today's first question comes from Dave Manning, listening from Cork Island, who emailed to say, "Great show, Trading Bear. Really enjoy listening each day. Keep up the good work. I have £400 to spend before the share split kicks in. Who do you advise to go for?" Well, Dave, I would never actually advise any particular player or mention a particular name. There's plenty of accounts on Twitter that will do that for you. But what I do like to do, Dave, is look at current trends, and I trade within the 3 to 4 week time period. So have a look at the current trends and see what you might be able to pick up, hold for 2 or 3 weeks, and then sell to the market. Now, had you asked me this question a week ago, then you could have looked at the English international players, but buying into those players, especially those like Foden, is just way too late for me at this moment. And I think we will see the likes of Foden drop down in a few days' time. So who's good value to get onto? Well, I would look at the IPD players, the in-play dividend players, who will soon come back into fashion as the club games return. So looking at players that have a lot of fixtures in the next month and show good potential for assists and goals. Remember now that the dividend rise for assists has gone up massively, proportionally speaking. Then I'll be looking at those players that have a solid PB game and have summer transfer links tied in. So I said I wouldn't mention names, but I think these names are pretty obvious by now. So you're looking at the Neymars, the Hazards, the Coutinhos. Those players that already have a very good PB game, but will also generate MB, given a potential move. Whoever you end up spending the money on, Dave, remember to always do your own research and write down those reasons why you bought that particular player. This will help you massively in a few weeks' time, when if the player has dropped down a little bit, you can go back and view those reasons, and if those fundamental reasons still apply, then this will just help you avoid a panic sell, something you want to avoid at all costs. Today's second question comes from Pete, CFC on Index Gain, and Pete would like to know, what are your views on topping up on Toni Kroos? I expected a rise on him after the announcement, but he hasn't really shifted. I'm currently down on him slightly, but only have a few shares. Would you recommend topping up? Let's have a look at his price first of all then, and Toni Kroos currently sits at £4.98. Kroos is in that bracket with Thiago at Bayern Munich. In fact, they both have identical PB average scores of 134. And like Thiago, Kroos is capable of winning PB without even scoring a goal. Such is his pass rate in games. Now with Zidane back at the helm at Real Madrid, you'd like to think that Real Madrid will pick up their form again, and that Kroos will once more control the games, and hence rack up the passes. Now a slight downside to Toni Kroos is that he is 29, by no means old, but certainly old for Football Index terms, and this won't help his buying action. As the trend in buying players looks to be shifting towards the summer transfer moves, Toni Kroos suffers a little bit here, but there are the odd link linking him with a move to Manchester United. I don't think this will materialise though, and I think he'll stay at Madrid. So you're looking at him winning PB in the remainder of the season, or if you're holding long term, then for the rest of next season. If you're holding long term, I think it's absolutely fine. Short term wise, it's a little bit trickier, and you're just hoping that he nicks a goal here and there to put him back into the focus. He's a steady buy for me. He's never going to rocket. He's never going to go up £2-3 in the space of 1 week. But equally, he's unlikely to fall down £1-2 in a week as well. So I wouldn't top up at this stage. I think there's better opportunities out there. But if you are holding for the long term, I don't think you have reason to panic. So last week I compared the share split announcement to Christmas Eve as the market continued to light up. Tonight therefore must be New Year's Eve. And I hope the new year, and indeed the new prices, lay fortunate for you all. And that's it for this episode. You can download and subscribe to the show on iTunes, Spotify and Podbean. Head over to the website to send in a question, tradingbearpodcast.com. Alternatively, you can find me on Index Gain or Twitter under the name Trading Bear. Thanks for listening and stay tuned for the Mystery Player.
Mystery player. Position.
Midfielder.
Start price.
£2.27.
Current price.
£7.95.
PB.
0.
MB.
0.
Dividend yield.
0%.
Trading Bear. Today's mystery player was Phil Foden.